Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Foster 4. It's a little podcast hosted by me, Jamie. So a little bit about me. So I'm part of the marketing team here at Capstone. We've been looking at new ideas how to reach a wider audience, educate more people. So we thought, why not make a podcast where we can bring it to YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and everywhere to really kind of spread the word about fostering. Also share some funny moments, because I feel like sometimes maybe fostering can have a bit of a negative light. So we're here to really push the positive side of fostering. So you're all probably thinking, another podcast. Wow, we don't have enough already, right? But this one's going to be really, really different. So we focus all on foster care, obviously, because we're a fostering agency. But it's going to be really fun. We're going to educate people. We're going to give you guys really fun, emotional stories all about foster care, as well as hopefully break some of the misconceptions about fostering, whether that's from a foster care perspective, wherever you think, oh, I can't foster because of this. We hear so much people kind of dismissing themselves already, even though they have so many skills to be an amazing foster carer, but they think because they're single, because they rent, because they have never had their own children, that they can't foster because they're missing out on all these skills. But people might not realize that they have so many other skills that they can really contribute and will really make them an amazing foster carer. So we're here to kind of break some of those misconceptions down and just educate you all to hopefully push you on your path to become an amazing foster carer. And not just those misconceptions, but also misconceptions about people who have been in care. So there's so much stuff in the media, on social media, about kind of foster care and foster children, and a lot of the time it's really pushed in a bad light, but that's not why we're here. We're here to really spread the positive word about fostering, break some of these misconceptions, and just have a really, really good time, and hopefully just answer all the questions that are in your head about why you don't think you could foster, what's putting you off fostering, or just anything you think there's gaps in your education. We're going to fill it. So make sure you stick around to find out more. So you're probably thinking, who are you? So you might not have heard of Capstone Foster Care, which is completely fine, but we are an independent fostering agency, and we're actually a group. So there's 3 brands. So we have Capstone Foster Care, we have XL Fostering, they're up north, and they're all really nice. I don't know what it is with northerners, but they're all just really, really nice. And then we have Foster Care UK, who are down south, who also are really nice, but I just don't think anyone's as nice as northerners, are they? We're an independent fostering agency, a big group of us, and we just are all around England. But we really, really want to push for more foster carers, because there are over 100,000 young people that are currently in the foster care system, and only 53,000 fostering families, which all these fostering families are amazing. But I'm not the best at maths, but that's almost 50% of young people more than fostering families. That's a lot. So we really, really want to push and drive for more fostering families, just to really support those young people who are coming into care. And hopefully that can be you guys. And hopefully with the help of me and all of our amazing guests, we'll be able to educate you and really push you and give you the drive and the passion and the motivation to become a foster carer. So the thing about Capstone Group, which I really, really find amazing, is just how much we love to support everyone. So that's for me as a staff member, I feel very supported, and I know all the support that we give to our foster carers, our young people in care, and our fostering families just in general. We actually offer so many services that really, really show how dedicated we are to support our young people and our care experienced young people, as well as, to be fair, our fostering families, our foster carers, and our staff. So one thing we actually do is our MAT service. That service is a therapeutic service, which I'm sure we'll discuss in the future on an episode on the podcast. But from my perspective, someone who isn't as educated as some of our MAT's clinical leads, it's a service where we give support to kind of any of our foster children that actually need it. They all have access to it, and we really just push for extra support, extra care. We do stuff like art therapy, just to really help them build that brighter future. So some of the topics we're also going to be covering is stuff like transition out of foster care. So we're a part of a charity called Capstone Care Leavers Trust, who really push for kind of helping young people and care experienced people be more independent, and sometimes with foster care it's a bit harder because they don't have the support from, I guess, their birth family. So we linked to a charity who really helps support care experienced young people, and the next episode is actually all about that, so make sure you stay tuned and watch that. But we help with driving, we help with education, just household appliances, stuff that you might not even think about, we help with. And also not just grants, but also support. So if anyone contacts the Capstone Care Leavers Trust, then we can direct them in the right way to get the actual help that they need. Because if we don't cover something, then we don't just say, oh, sorry, bye. We actually direct them and push them to the correct place that they need to go, which is, again, proves that we don't stop caring the second that they turn 18. We're not like, bye, we like have fun. Do you know what I mean? We actually like to carry on with the support. So I think that's another unique thing that Capstone do, and just shows why we're such an amazing fostering agency. So as I was saying, the podcast is going to be literally the best place for education. We're going to cover such a range of topics with such a wide range of guests. So we're going to have a bunch of our staff on. So that could be staff from the second that you decide you want to become a foster carer, you pick up the phone and you call our agency. We're going to have that person sat right next to me talking about the process, talking about the myths of fostering, who can foster, who can't foster. We're all going to have some people when you get through the application process, you get to panel, you get approved, who's going to be matching you with the young people. That's our family matching team. They'll be on here. Who's our CEO? He'll be on here. We'll be having a little chat. We're literally going to have every single department, every single team to come on and have chats. And if you're here from the agency watching this, just know I'm going to be in your email soon and you're going to be a guest on this podcast. So make sure you're prepared for that. We're also going to get some foster carers in this room to have some really good conversations about their experiences, how the process was to become an approved foster carer, how their time has been being a foster carer with all the different young people that they've kind of had in their care. We're going to have people who have probably had 50 years experience, and then also people who are freshly approved, just to get a really, really wide perspective of what it's like to be a foster carer, just help better educate everyone, all of you guys. So the topics are going to be kind of really dependent on the guests because they've got all the knowledge and all the skills compared to me, who has none of it. So it's going to be really, really good to be able to talk to them about different topics. So some of the topics I know for sure we've got is transitioning out of care, the myths about fostering. We're going to talk about mats, like I spoke about before, Christmas in care, like all these little things that you might not even think about that you'd want to know. We're going to be talking about them. And I promise you now, some of the topics that we've been discussing and been developing, there's going to be some tears. I'm going to have to get a little tissue box for this table because we are going to be crying, because it's going to be really, really emotional, really, really fun, and really, really engaging. So make sure you stick around for all of those amazing topics. And yeah, that's the first episode done. Thanks all for watching. Please subscribe, follow, like, share, comment, tag a friend, save the video, watch it tomorrow. Make sure you're engaging. Please. We're going to be bringing some really, really good episodes just to really help inform you more about foster care and really help push you, hopefully, to become a foster carer, because, we really, really need it. So yeah, make sure you also comment. If there's anything you do want to know, please comment below and we can get back to you in the comments. Or if it's a really, really good question and a really good topic, we might even make a whole entire podcast episode about it. So please engage with us in the comments below and we'll answer anything you guys want to know. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in 2 weeks for our first ever real episode with a guest, with Zoe Greenwood from Capstone Care Leavers Trust, transitioning out of foster care, episode 2. Here's a little sneak peek. You're the main woman part of CCLT. What is it like?
It has its challenges. I mean, I enjoy the job, but when I open the portal through our application portal through the website, as soon as that's open and I've updated that CCLT are open, ready for applications, it's just they keep coming in, ping.
And it's just all going straight to you and nobody else can catch anything. It's all going to you. Welcome to the technically first episode of the Foster Thought podcast. Zoe comes in, she's a big ball of chaos, she's going crazy, she's like, I'm so nervous, and I'm like, right. You are not nervous. Like, what are some funny, some crazy no's you've had to give, because obviously you do have a criteria you have to fit to.
But yeah, she got very upset that we wouldn't buy her a puppy. It was like consistently upset.
She doesn't come with like a wagon and like horses attached to it.
Like that, yeah. And then I just heard the name come up and I was like, oh! And I was just so excited. And I thought, he doesn't even know who I am. He just knows Capstone Trust have done a bursary.